നാഗാലാൻഡിലെ അടക്കം ത്രിപുര അടക്കമുള്ള സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളുടെ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് പ്രഖ്യാപനം നടക്കുകയാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ തത്സമയ സംരക്ഷണത്തിലേക്ക്.
Accessible and ethical elections in these three states. Friends, we recently visited these three states from 11th of January to 15th of January and met all the district collectors, SPs, senior police officers, CS, DG, all the enforcement agencies. So we want to report back to you what is the feedback and how would we tackle this. Let me in the beginning mention that all over the country there are only few states जहां अब प्री पोल, ड्यूरिंग द पोल और पोस्ट पोल वायलेंस बची है. अभी आपने पीछे 2 इलेक्शंस देखे, कोई वायलेंस नहीं थी. उससे पहले भी 5 इलेक्शन, उससे पहले भी 5 इलेक्शन देखे, देयर वाज नो वायलेंस. इट्स ओनली इन 2-3 स्टेट्स of the entire country which is left, and commission is committed with the help of the district administration, district magistrates, SPs. We have told them very, very clearly that the society should have zero tolerance for any kind of violence during the elections. Actually, लोकतंत्र में हिंसा का कोई स्थान नहीं है और हम कमिटेड हैं कि इस राज्यों में भी इस तरीके से आगे बढ़ेंगे. If I show you the electors related profile, Nagaland has in all the state specific details are here and would be shared with you all. But अगर टोटल देखें तो तीनों राज्यों में मिला के जो आपके सामने में फिगर है उसके अनुसार मेल, फीमेल, फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर्स, पीडब्ल्यूडी वोटर्स, 80 वोटर्स, सेंटेनेरियन वोटर्स, ये सबकी फिगर आपके समक्ष है. जो एसएसआर का कार्य था वो 5 जनवरी को पूरा हो गया है और लिस्ट पब्लिश कर दी गई है एंड ऑल ओवर द कंट्री इंक्लूडिंग दीज 3 स्टेट्स, and copies have also been given to the polling parties. There are 2.28 lakh voters who have been added in these 3 states, and as per the roll published, there are 97,000 voters who are 80 plus, and there are 31,700 voters who are PWDs, and 100 plus voters number is 2,600, and we have given great emphasis for inclusion of these voters. सभी डीओस को इंस्ट्रक्शंस दी गई हैं कि इन सब के वोट्स लेने के लिए फॉर्म 12D के माध्यम से जो व्यवस्था है, अगर वो लोग पोलिंग स्टेशन पे किसी कारणवश नहीं आ सकते तो जरूर वोट दिलवाएं. देयर आर मोर देन 1.7 lakh 6 lakh voters who are 18 to 19 years as per the SSR. And friends, as I mentioned in one of the conferences earlier also, we have enabled these 17 plus voters, those who are of 17 years age and not yet 18, to give us advance applications, so that उनकी applications को हम अपने पास रखें प्रोसेस करके, और जैसे ही वो 18 साल के हों उनको हम वोटर कार्ड दे दें, साथ में एक वेलकम किट दे दें. So you would be happy to know that approximately 10,000 youths have registered with us in these 3 states who are between 17 to 18 years. So these 3 states, 62.8 lakh voters combinedly are ready to go to vote, and we request all of them to participate in the elections ethically, freely and in large numbers. If we come to the polling stations accordingly, how do we conduct this in how many polling stations? The total number of polling stations, a state-wise list is here to you, the bifurcation which you can use, which we will put it on the on our website and social media also, so that you can use these charts. 9,125 polling stations, and these are 634 more than 2018. Because of the geography of these states, it's around 82% in the rural areas, and we have mandated that 50% of the polling stations would be webcasted. In this case, the arrangements have been made for 73% webcasting of 73% polling stations across these 3 states. Friends, our emphasis now, after I covered the role part of it, So now from roll to poll. So as I mentioned earlier also, our basic contact with the voters is twofold. At the time of registering them, that is getting entry into the roll, and then at the time of polling. So roll I mentioned recently, just in the briefing. The polling part I will mention now. How do we make their polling easy and a and a kind of a festive? So in these states, there would be 376 polling stations, which would just be managed by our women officers, including the women police personnel. So entire booth, including the security, would be managed by the women staff. And similarly, PWDs will manage the polling stations, and there would be model polling stations which would also have some kind of environmental friendly material used inside. और मॉडर्न पोलिंग स्टेशंस में बहुत प्रयास लोग कर रहे हैं अच्छा करने का, कहीं पर क्रैच भी बना रहे हैं ताकि जो महिला मतदाता आते हैं बच्चों को साथ में लेके, तो वो भी उनको दे फील ए वेरी काइंड ऑफ ए congenial environment to vote. As you might recall, we have also started a practice to encourage our youth who are not so much into, there is some kind of youth apathy which we are struggling with. तो हमने जो हमारे यंग एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं उनके माध्यम से भी जो अभी अभी रिक्रूट हुए हैं, ये गुजरात और हिमाचल में भी ये प्रक्रिया अपनाई थी, अब उसको आगे बढ़ाते हुए यहाँ भी बूथ्स जो हैं वो यंग एम्प्लॉयज़ के द्वारा मैनेज होंगे. Needless to say that in all the polling stations we will have 100% assured minimum facilities, which include, all of them are ground floor. There would be ramp, there would be accessible, there would be water, there would be electricity, there would be toilet, and there would be a volunteer to help our PWD voters and also our senior citizens. Again, needless to say that if somebody has by chance does not have EPIC card, any of these 12 documents can be used. We are just showing it to you so that you can popularize them, put them on through your mediums also. As usual, we would like to again mention you that we salute our heroes of democracy. These are our 80 plus and 100 plus voters. And to give you a glimpse of the beautiful states of Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland, these are our old voters, very respected voters, very happy voters. It's a very happy feeling to talk to them whenever we go. And the form 12D would be available to them in these 3 states also from the 5th day onwards after nomination. And as usual, our entire team will go and take their vote with a full security, in which the polling parties will go and the polling agents of the candidates would also be allowed to accompany. Again, this would be applicable to 2600 100 plus of our centenarian voters. The candidates or their agents would all go together, can go accompany to the house of the voter so that there is no allegation of any compromise. Just to mention here, fake news थोड़ा फैलाने वाले भी नए नए तरीके ढूंढते हैं. तो अभी पिछले इलेक्शन में एक एक्सपीरियंस आया था कि किसी ने कहा एक कमरे में बूथ बना के और एक वीडियो चलाई कि ये वोटर्स को ओल्ड एज के कंप्रोमाइज हो गया, वोट कोई और डाल रहा है. तो इंक्वायरी कराई तो पता लगा कि वो तो कोई और जगह थी. तो हमने इसके लिए एक नया और रास्ता निकाला है. वो जैसे जैसे नए तरीके ढूंढते हैं हम भी काउंटर करते हैं. तो हमारा तरीका निकाला